fellow pigeons. Today we're back at the pigeon hole and we're going to be doing a redstone concept. So this is pretty much the place I'm going to be doing all my redstone tutorials. I'll just go ahead and go inside. This is the place I'll be doing all my redstone tutorials. So today we don't have anything in the chest because we don't really need it. We'll just go straight into the redstone concept. As you may have been able to tell, the concept in this video is explosive arrows in Minecraft, and I've already tested this out, as you may be able to tell. So I'm just gonna kind of build a bridge so I don't... That's a bridge. Bridge! Beautiful. Okay, so we'll just go straight away into it. I'm just gonna... because I don't like all the blocks in this world. Alright, let's get straight into it, shall we? Okay, so this is the first command. Oh, actually, I'll give you the demonstration first. Sorry about that. Okay, so when you use a bow, when you fire an arrow, it'll shoot like a TNT arrow, pretty much. That's about it. Now, I'm sorry, cow, but I'm gonna probably have to hurt you quite a bit. Now, there are two faults to this mechanism, and maybe even more. But when you spam it, it explodes in your face. It can explode in your face, like so. And if you hit a mob with it, it doesn't even explode. But you have to actually hit, like, beside the mob to kill it with the explosion. Now, it's quite fun to play around with, as you may be able to tell, since of what I've done. But it's actually got quite a simple mechanism. It's one of the easiest... There are many ways of doing this. This is just the easiest way of doing it. So I'll explain the actual necessary part of the machine, and then I'll explain the part that you don't really need to do, but if you want to, you can. So we'll start straight away. So /setBlock. So that's pretty much just setting the block wherever you want it. Tilde, space, tilde, 1, space, tilde, space, wool. So pretty much what it's doing is the tildes decide what coordinates the wool will be placed. So tilde means, so for example, if x was that way, right, that would, okay, so that's x, that tilde is x, this tilde is y, that tilde is z. So for example, if the tilde was that way, if x was that way, then you'd put a number in front of that tilde, and it would decide how many blocks it goes towards that way. Same for the others. And then you have the block ID that you want, so wool, and that's just pretty much setting. So the x, y is going upwards, and z, for example, is going that way. I'm not sure where they actually go, but I know y goes up. So that's pretty much just placing a wool right above this, right above the command block. Then this one is pretty much the same thing, but instead it's a redstone block, and it's also a -1. So it's under the command block. And this will form a never-ending command block, never-ending redstone block, which will constantly activate both these commands. And yeah, so that's pretty much the base of the mechanism. Then we have like the first branch. So /testfor, that's testing for, pretty obvious. So space @entity. So @e stands for @entity. So it's any entity like armor stands, cows, creepers, zombies, even the player, thrown eggs, wither skulls, so on. I'll show you. So if you do /summon in the chat and then press space and tab, you'll be able to see all the different summonable, and that's a funny word, summonable like entities in the entire game. So villager, thrown potion, thrown egg, ocelot, all these different things. So it's @entity, square bracket, type equals arrow. The capital A has to be there or else it won't work. Then close off the square bracket, space, and then curly bracket, inGround. The G has to be capital, the I doesn't. inGround, colon, 1B, and then close it off with a curly bracket. Now what this is going to do is it's actually going to test for if the arrow is in the ground. Now we'll move on to the next command. So there's actually a slash there. Yeah, /execute @entity, type equals arrows from before, tilde, 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 with all the spaces in place and so on, space, slash summon, space, PrimedTnt, and that's pretty much just going to, so tilde, 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 that's pretty much just going to, in English, or in an easier, understandable way of saying it, is it's going to target any arrow in the world, and it's going to summon a piece of TNT. So, and then that's just that command. So that's just, yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And then this one's pretty simple. Slash kill, space, @entity, square bracket, type equals arrow. Remember the capital, it has to be there. And then close it off with a square bracket. So that's the entire mechanism of the actual thingy itself. But the particles, the smoke particles behind it, can be changed. So here they are. So slash execute, @entity, type equals arrow, the capital once again, tilde, 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 space. Okay, so here's the more complicated part. Slash particle, space. Now you can decide what particle it actually, like what particle it has. So for example, I'll change it to flame, and now I'll have a flame particle behind it. See? So you can you can just type up on internet or Google or anything like that, Minecraft particles wiki, or I'll actually just put in the description so it's easier for you. And then you're able to see any particle in Minecraft, and you're able to use that for the particle behind the arrow. I'll get into more particles in a future video, but we'll just continue with this concept right now. So space, tilde, tilde, tilde from before. Now this is the way more complicated part. This is dx, this is dy, and this is dz. dx is directional x, dy is directional y, and dz is directional z. So it's the same as the other ones, but it pretty much makes the particle go along a line towards that, instead of just doing something at that one spot. So it kind of just makes a line from that. So say this was x, it would make a line 5 blocks that way. If you said 5, y, it'd make 5 blocks upwards, and z, say it would make 5 blocks that way. Now, so that's pretty much that entire thing. So I wanted it to be a very small kind of radius, so 0.1 that way, 0.1 that way, and 0.1 that way. Now for the speed. So space 0.01. Now that's my recommended speed. The lower the number is, the more the particles will last, I believe. But if you put a higher number, it'll kind of just go shooting away and go somewhere. I don't know. It doesn't really work very well for me personally. So I make it a small number, and then space 100. So that's the amount of particles. Now you don't have to add this at the end, but Minecraft has an inbuilt thing, like inbuilt mechanic, that when a particle is like away from you, like a radius, specific radius, you won't be able to actually see the particle. It's to reduce lag. But if you type force after the particle, it will make sure you always see the particle until it's out of your render distance. See? So it's pretty simple mechanic. I can kind of change this, so I can change it to happy villager. So I think this is the one when you trade with a villager enough, they get happy. So they have like a green kind of particle. I like that one personally. There are many different ones, including explode and so on. I'll just do this one as the last one, and then that'll be it. So explode. That's a bit of a big one. I like that one too. That's a good one. So I will get into particles in a future video, but right now I don't think I am, because the video will drag on a bit too long. So you don't have to do the particles, but if you want, you can. I have a lot of cleaning up to do. I might not even do it, to be honest. But, so yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching.